LeBron James' amazing waitress, and she cries with excitement when she sees the bill. It was a busy night at a high-end restaurant in Los Angeles. The yellowish lights created a cozy atmosphere, but for Marina, the waitress, this was just another grueling night at work. With her back sore and her mind full of worries, she tried to keep a smile on her face as she balanced trays and took orders. The household bills were late, and her mother's health required care that Marina could barely afford. Another long shift, another silent struggle. As she cleaned a table, she noticed a discreet buzz coming from the entrance. Customers began to whisper, and some waiters exchanged surprised looks. Marina, distracted, only noticed something different when her classmate Leticia approached with wide eyes. "Marina, table 8, you won't believe whoever just sat there." Without giving much importance, she replied, "He must be another one of those influencers who love to make a fuss." Leticia gave a slight smile, shaking her head. "Not this time. It's LeBron James." Marina froze for a second. He turned discreetly and saw a tall man with an imposing posture, wearing a simple cap and casual clothes. There were no security guards, no flashes. He was there, calm, as if he were just another customer. His heart raced. "You're kidding, aren't you?" he whispered, feeling his hands sweat. "I'm serious. And guess who will serve you?" Leticia smiled mischievously. Marina swallowed. "Me? Oh no. Come on, girl, and be natural." Taking a deep breath, Marina grabbed her notepad and walked to table 8. Each step felt heavier. When he got close, LeBron looked up and smiled friendly. "Good evening. Can I take your order?" he asked, trying to disguise his nervousness. "Good evening. I'll just want a simple burger and water." "It's too good." Marina was surprised by the simplicity. "Of course. I'll be right back with your request." As he walked away, he felt a strange calm. LeBron didn't seem to want attention, just a quiet meal. But Marina didn't know that that ordinary night was about to turn into the most unforgettable moment of her life. Marina walked back to the counter, still trying to process what had just happened. LeBron James, one of basketball's greatest legends, was sitting there, ordering something as simple as a hamburger and water. She had already served demanding clients, celebrities who made a point of being noticed, but LeBron was different. No security, no stardom, just a man enjoying the night. While waiting for the order to be ready, Marina watched discreetly. LeBron had his cell phone in his hand, laughing at something, maybe a message or a video. From time to time, he looked around and waved politely to those who recognized him. He was a giant, literally, but he exuded a humility that took up even more space. When the order was ready, Marina took a deep breath and went to the table. "Here it is, sir. Simple burger and water. If you need anything, just call me." LeBron smiled. "Thank you very much. And you can call me LeBron, please." "No, sir. I feel older like this." She laughed embarrassedly. "Sorry, force of habit." LeBron grabbed the burger and took the first bite. "You know, sometimes all we need is something as simple as that. No luxury." Marina nodded. "I agree. I think simplicity has more value than it seems." For a moment, the conversation flowed naturally. It wasn't the waitress and the NBA star. It was just two people exchanging honest words. LeBron, noticing her effort to stay calm, asked casually, "How's the night going for you here? Are you okay?" Marina smiled slightly, but the answer came loaded with sincerity. "It could be better. The movement has dropped a lot in recent months. We do what we can." LeBron nodded slightly. "I know how it is. Things are not always in our control, but we move on." That phrase, said in such a simple way, hit Marina hard. He had no idea how many battles she faced outside. Or did he? The calm way he listened, unhurriedly, made Marina realize that this meeting was not just a coincidence. And even without understanding why, he felt that something much bigger was about to happen. After the brief conversation, Marina returned to the counter with a strange feeling. LeBron James wasn't just likable, he seemed genuinely interested in how the people around him were doing. It was not the typical behavior of a celebrity accustomed to being served. From afar, Marina watched how he treated everyone in the restaurant. When a rookie waiter knocked over a glass next to his table, LeBron just smiled and helped pick up the pieces. "It's okay, it happens," he said matter-of-factly without embarrassment. The waiter, red with embarrassment, shook his head in thanks. Marina was impressed. Anyone else in his place could have reacted impatiently, but LeBron acted with disarming tranquility. Shortly after, an elderly lady who was at another table approached timidly to ask for a photo. LeBron stood up, hugged the lady, and talked to her for a few minutes before taking the photo. It was impossible not to notice how he treated each person with respect and attention. Marina felt something change inside her. Working there often made her feel invisible. Serving customers who barely looked at her face was routine, but with LeBron, everything looked different. He had noticed her effort, her attention to the small details. It reminded her of something her father always said, "Daughter, no matter what you do it with your heart. One day someone will notice," and at that moment Marina felt that someone had finally noticed. As he passed the table again, LeBron looked up and made a relaxed comment. "You know, this burger is so good that I'm thinking of ordering another one." Marina smiled. "If you ask for one more, we make a point of doing even more." He laughed. "I'm going to trust, huh?" The lightness of the conversation made her relax. For a few minutes, she forgot about her debts, her fatigue, and her problems. There, it was just her and a client like any other. Little did Marina know that this simple connection was about to unleash something much bigger, something that would change her life forever. The restaurant began to empty as the night progressed. Marina already felt lighter, almost forgetting the worries of the day. LeBron finished the second burger with the same tranquility with which he arrived. He looked around and waved discreetly to Marina. "I think it's time to ask for the bill, right?" Marina smiled, picked up the notepad, and walked to the table. "I'll prepare it for you. Just a moment." She went to the cashier, checked the items, and printed the order. It was a simple bill, nothing but 2 hamburgers and water. Marina returned to the table, handing over the paper naturally. "Here it is. Make yourself comfortable." LeBron took the command, looked quickly, and took the card out of his pocket. "Can you bring the machine for me to pay, please?" Marina nodded and soon returned with the device. As he typed in the password, she noticed that he seemed thoughtful, as if he was considering something. After completing the payment, LeBron looked at Marina with an enigmatic smile. "Can you help me with something?" "Of course." He took a small napkin and a pen that was on the table. He wrote something quick and folded the paper. Next to him, discreetly, she placed a wad of money. "Give this to the manager, please. And this one," he handed Marina a white envelope. "It's for you, but only open it after I leave, okay?" Marina had no reaction. "Ah, okay." LeBron put on his cap, adjusted his jacket, and stood up. Before leaving, he looked directly at Marina. "You're good at what you do. Never forget that." And then he left, as calmly as he entered. Marina remained still, with the envelope in her hands. The restaurant was silent, but inside it, a storm of emotions was brewing. Letitia appeared next to her, curious. "What did he give you?" Marina swallowed, not knowing what to answer. I have no idea." She looked at the envelope. It wasn't heavy, but it seemed to carry something much larger than paper. Without knowing it, Marina was about to discover that this simple calculation hid the beginning of an unimaginable transformation. Marina remained still, feeling the weight of the envelope in her hands. The restaurant remained silent, but inside her, curiosity and anxiety grew by the second. Letitia, with wide eyes, leaned towards him. "Are you going to open or not, Marina? I'm almost exploding here." Marina took a deep breath. "He asked me to open it only after he left," he replied in a choked voice. Letitia crossed her arms, impatient. "Marina, for God's sake, he's gone!" With trembling hands, Marina slid her fingers across the flap of the envelope and opened it carefully. Inside, there was a handwritten note and something folded together. She unfolded the paper and read silently. "For Marina, I notice something in you that goes beyond good service, dedication and strength. I want you to use this to take care of yourself and seek something greater. Never stop believing. LeBron James." Marina's heart raced. Slowly, she opened the folded paper and, to her surprise, found a check. $50,000. The world seemed to turn. Marina put her hand to her mouth, unable to contain the tears that came like an avalanche. Letitia widened her eyes even more. $50,000? My God, Marina. Marina could barely breathe. The images of overdue bills, of the mother in need of medical care, of daily difficulties, all that could change. But it wasn't just the value. What moved her the most was the note. LeBron had seen her, not just as a waitress, but as a person, as someone who fought, someone who deserved a chance. Letitia hugged Marina, who cried non-stop. He saw who you are, Marina, and now you have an opportunity to change everything. Marina looked at the check and then at the note, feeling a mixture of gratitude, shock, and hope. LeBron could have simply paid the bill and left, but he chose to do something bigger. And Marina knew at that moment that that gesture would change the course of her life forever. Marina was still motionless, with LeBron's note in one hand and the $50,000 check in the other. The tears flowed uncontrollably, mixing relief, incredulity, and gratitude. Letitia was still by her side, not knowing whether to hug her or try to wake her up from that shock. "Marina, say something," Letitia asked, with an emotional smile. Marina put her hand to her face, trying to hold back her tears. I can't believe it. He did it for me." The words came out broken, but the reality began to fall into place little by little. She remembered all the times she counted coins to pay for the bus fare, the late nights she was worried about her mother's health, the times she thought about giving up. And now, that piece of paper represented more than money. It was a real chance to start over. Some colleagues began to notice the commotion and approached. "What happened?" one of them asked, curious. Letitia answered even before Marina could open her mouth. LeBron James gave $50,000 to Marina, and he even left a beautiful note. Everyone's eyes widened. The buzz spread through the restaurant. Some employees tried to contain their enthusiasm, while others were in shock. Marina, her voice still low, murmured, "He didn't have to do that. He didn't even know me." Letitia held her shoulders firmly. "But he noticed you. He saw his dedication, his strength, and now it's your turn to believe in yourself." Marina took a deep breath, trying to organize her thoughts. She knew she couldn't let that gesture go unnoticed. It wasn't just about the money, it was about what LeBron had seen in her. He took the note once again and read silently, "Never stop believing." Those words hammered in his mind. She wiped her face, took a deep breath, and said firmly, "I will honor this gift. I will not waste this opportunity." His colleagues applauded discreetly, moved by the scene. Marina knew that this moment was not the end of a difficult day. It was the beginning of something much bigger. Marina was still trying to process the impact of that gift when her cell phone vibrated in her apron pocket. With trembling hands, she picked up the device and saw a notification of a message from an unknown number. "Hi, Marina. This is LeBron's team. He asked us to contact you. When you can, call us. We have something important to talk about." She read the message 3 times without believing it. "Letitia, there's something else," he whispered, showing the screen of his cell phone. Letitia widened her eyes. "Marina, you have to call now." Marina hesitated for a moment, but her racing heart made her take courage. He dialed the number and brought the cell phone to his ear. "Hello?" A polite voice answered on the other end. "Hi, this is Marina. You sent me a message." "Marina, I'm glad you called. LeBron asked us to get in touch because he would like to invite you to something special." Marina was silent for a second, not knowing how to react. "An invitation?" "Yes. He wants you to be his guest at an exclusive event for young entrepreneurs. It will be an opportunity to meet influential people, learn about business, and who knows, find a way to invest in your future." Marina felt the ground disappear under her feet. "Me? In an event like this?" "Yes, he believes you have potential, and you don't have to worry about anything, okay? Transportation, lodging, and everything you need is already guaranteed." Marina put her hand to her mouth, moved. I don't even know what to say. Just say you accept it. She took a deep breath. I accept. Perfect. We will send you all the details soon. When she hung up, Marina was silent, looking at Letitia, who was almost breathless with curiosity. What's up? What was it? Marina smiled, her eyes shining. He invited me to an exclusive event to meet entrepreneurs and learn more about business. He wants me to think about my future. Letitia jumped for joy. Marina, do you have any idea what that means? This man not only helped you financially, but is giving you an open door to the world. Marina looked at LeBron's note once again. Now the words, "Never stop believing," made even more sense. The check was just the beginning. Now she had the key to a whole new future in her hands. As Marina walked home that night, LeBron's note and invitation to the event kept popping into her mind. The city seemed quieter, and his every step was heavy with thoughts. She passed in front of a closed bakery and felt a tightness in her chest. That place brought back memories of when she and her father planned to open a small family cafe. One day, daughter, this will be our little corner. Let's serve hot coffee and fresh dreams. But fate was not kind. The sudden death of his father and the debts that accumulated after his mother's illness stifled all plans. Marina dropped out of business school to work as a waitress, burying her dream of entrepreneurship. Now, with the check in hand and an invitation to a business event, Marina felt the past knocking on the door. When he got home, he found his mother sitting on the sofa, wrapped in a blanket. Daughter, you took a long time today. Is everything okay? He asked in a weak voice. Marina sat next to her, holding her hand. Mom, I have something to tell you. She explained everything. The meeting with LeBron, the check for $50,000, and the invitation to the event. Her mother's eyes filled with tears. He saw in you what he always knew existed, your strength, your heart. Marina smiled, moved. Mom, maybe it's time to take that dream out of the drawer. What if I use this money to open the cafe that Dad always dreamed of? The mother put her hand to her chest, surprised. Would you do that? Not out of obligation, but because I believe I can. And LeBron gave me the push I needed. The mother hugged Marina tightly, even though her health was weak. Your father would be so proud. In that embrace, Marina felt the weight of the past turn into strength. The dream was not lost, just asleep. And now she had the chance to wake him up in her hands. The next morning, Marina woke up with her cell phone vibrating non-stop. Messages, calls, and notifications flooded the screen. Frightened, she unlocked the device and realized that something was happening. News with his name began to appear on sports and celebrity websites. LeBron James thrills waitress with generous gesture. LeBron surprises restaurant employee with $50,000 check. Marina's story of overcoming moves social networks. Not understanding how the story spread so fast, Marina opened Instagram and came across thousands of new followers. LeBron James' profile had published a discreet photo of a cup of coffee with the caption, "Sometimes, small gestures make big differences. Keep believing in your dreams." The comments exploded with praise and support. What an amazing attitude, LeBron. Marina, you deserve it. Your story is inspiring. The world needs more people like him. Influencers began sharing the story, and TV shows sent messages to interview her. Marina received calls from local newspapers and even major international broadcasters. Letitia called euphoric. "Marina, you are famous. Did you see?" "I don't even know what to think," Marina replied, breathless. "You've become an inspiration, girl. Everyone is talking about you." At the restaurant, her co-workers welcomed her with applause and hugs. The manager, who had previously been distant, now congratulated her warmly. "Marina, your story is incredible. This puts our restaurant on the map." But for Marina, the most important thing was not sudden fame. It was the opportunity to show that dreams can be rescued. While everyone was commenting on the check, Marina knew that the real gift was yet to come, the chance to learn, evolve, and build her own path. And now, with the world watching, she was more determined than ever to turn this opportunity into something great. The repercussions of Marina's story spread around the world, but something inside her said that the real impact was yet to come. A few days later, while organizing preparations for the business event to which LeBron invited her, Marina received another unexpected call. "Hello, Marina," said a male voice on the other end of the line. "Yes, it's me. Who speaks?" "This is the director of the LeBron James Institute. LeBron was very impressed with your story and wants to offer you something special." Marina felt her heart race. "Anything special?" "Yes. He wants to offer you a complete scholarship in business management with personalized mentoring. In addition, LeBron would like you to participate in a leadership program for women entrepreneurs." Marina was silent, not knowing how to react. "Are you serious?" "Totally. He believes that you have the potential to go further. What's more, if you want, he wants to introduce you to investors interested in supporting your future business." Marina's legs weakened. Everything was going beyond any dream. I accept. Absolutely. Great. Get ready, Marina. You have a lot to conquer." When she hung up, Marina fell on the couch, stunned. The $50,000 check was already a huge gift, but this new opportunity was something no money could buy. LeBron wasn't just helping financially, he was investing in her future. When she told her mother the news, Marina received a strong hug. "Now you can do what you've always wanted, dear." Marina smiled, her eyes shining. "And I will. I'm going to open that cafe. But I'm going to do much more than that. I want to help other people who went through what we went through." The new opportunity was not just for her. It was a chance to transform your life and impact the lives of others. Marina knew she was facing something much bigger, and she was ready to embrace that future. In the days that followed, Marina reflected on everything that had happened. The generous check, the invitation to the event, and now the scholarship at the LeBron James Institute. It wasn't just luck, it was the result of a genuine gesture of generosity. Sitting in her room, Marina held LeBron's note again. The handwritten words were simple, but carried immense weight. "Never stop believing." Adil, she thought about how a simple act of kindness had the power to transform lives. LeBron didn't know her, but he saw in her something that even she couldn't see herself: potential. It was then that Marina decided that her journey would not end with the realization of her own dream. She wanted to do the same for other people. During one of the classes at the Institute, Marina shared her idea with her mentor. "I want to open the cafe I've always dreamed of, but I want more than that. I want to create a space that welcomes people who, like me, are struggling to move forward." The mentor smiled. "You're talking about a business with purpose, a place that not only serves coffee, but also opportunities." Marina nodded. "I want to set aside part of the profit to finance courses and workshops for needy young people, just like LeBron did for me." The idea seemed daring, but it made perfect sense. Marina knew firsthand the value of an opportunity. Days later, she began planning the project in more detail, and it didn't take long for news about his plans to begin to circulate. People were enchanted by the idea of a cafe that, in addition to serving good products, also served hope. LeBron, upon learning of the initiative, sent a new message. "This is how change begins. Proud of you. Count on me." Marina smiled as she read it. It was at that moment that she understood the true meaning of generosity. It is a chain that must never be broken. And now it was her turn to keep this chain alive. Months have passed since that unforgettable night. Marina now walked through the works of her long-awaited cafe, Raíces Cafe, a space that went far beyond serving coffee. It was a place of opportunities, learning and welcoming. The walls, still under construction, already displayed paintings with inspiring phrases. Highlighted right at the entrance, Marina had a special phrase engraved: "Never stop believing." LeBron James. That simple gesture of generosity had turned into something much bigger. Marina was not only fulfilling the dream she had with her father, but also creating a space dedicated to helping young people who, like her, face difficulties. At the back of the cafe, a room was being prepared for free training courses and motivational talks. Marina had already partnered with the LeBron James Institute to offer mentoring to young local entrepreneurs. In the corner of the room, Leticia organized some papers. "Marina, look at that. We already have 20 registered for the first entrepreneurship workshop." Marina smiled, her eyes shining. "This is just the beginning, Leticia. I want to see this place full of stories of overcoming." While observing the movement, Marina's cell phone vibrated. It was a new message from LeBron. "I learned that Raiz's cafe is almost ready. I can't wait to meet you. Keep inspiring people. I'm with you." Marina held her cell phone with an emotional smile. She knew that none of this would be possible without his gesture, but he also knew that the decision to seize that opportunity was entirely his own. At the inauguration of the cafe, Marina made a brief speech to friends, family, and young people who were already participating in the workshops. "I'm here because someone believed in me. And today, I want to be that person for everyone who walks through that door." Raiz's cafe was born from a dream, but it will grow with the strength of each one of you. Applause echoed through the space. And at that moment, Marina was sure that story did not end there. It was just the beginning of a new journey, a journey of transformation, impact, and hope. Did you like this story? So don't forget to leave your like, comment what you would do if you were in Marina's shoes, and share it with friends. Subscribe to the channel to follow more inspiring stories and get ready to be even more moved. See you next time.